Well, Dan, many congratulations on signing a brand new contract with the Bristol Flyers. How good does it feel to be back here for one more year?
Feels amazing, actually. Feels as though, you know what, now it's time to go and compete and go out and go do your thing this year and also not try to stand out, but try to have more of an impact on the court during competition to help lead the team to victory.
It's going to be your fourth year now with the Bristol Flyers. What is it about this club that keeps, making you want to come back year after year?
Well, first of all, I'm very grateful for the opportunity and being able to compete for the Flyers and whatnot. More so of it is more of like off the court type of things, and being able to also be able to build a relationship with my sister and also have a relationship with my brother, and also be in a city that has a lot to offer and be able to grow within the situation or within the environment that I'm in. And like I said previously in some of the interviews that I've had previously, it's like being in Bristol has also gave me the grounds, or given me the opportunity to ground myself and find out who I am.
How do you look back on your time here in Bristol as a whole? Because every year the organisation just keeps seeming to get bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
It does, and that's great. I mean, from where I first started here with the Flyers, in 2015, what was that, 3 seasons ago, and compared to how we ended off this past season, I mean, it's great. It's great to see that, Flyers are improving every year, and not just to see that Flyers are improving, but to also be a part of it is tremendous.
And individually, how would you say your game has grown in these last 3 years? Because of course, this year you had the opportunity to represent England at the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah. So first year, it was almost as though, okay, I need to get my feet wet again and just go out and just go play. Last year, well, not this past season, but this season after my first year, was more so of just learning the game and actually starting to implement tactics and knowing how to be effective. And then this past year was just about just go out and go compete and combine the first 2 years of what you've learned so far and be able to go on the court and just compete. And being a part of the Team England team to compete in the Commonwealth Games, that also added to the journey of being an athlete and being a basketball player. So it's also helped me improve mentally, emotionally, and physically.
And obviously this year, Flyers have just come off their most successful year since joining the BBL, making the playoff semi-finals. What was it that Andreas said to you to make you want to come back? Did he have to do much convincing?
No, he didn't have to do much convincing. I say that I'm still giving myself time to keep on developing and whatnot, and I'm just taking this opportunity as a learning experience and being able to become my greatest version of becoming a better athlete or becoming a better basketball player.
And in those talks of Andreas, what did he say to you about the team's targets for this season? Where do you want to go? Where's this organisation going now?
Well, of course, we're looking to win a BBL championship and try to win what all we can within the span of the season. So whether that's BBL trophy, BBL cup, BBL league title, if we can, BBL championship, that's great. There's always a bigger picture than just simply playing through the season. So.
How different is it going to be for you this year coming back into this team? Because of course now your 4th year in this organisation, you're going to be one of the longest serving members of this team now.
Yeah, it's great, to be with a club for this long. But again, I don't think about time or anything. It's more of like just where do you feel you are in your journey, and whether or not, if it's time to move on, if it's time to just stay grounded. If you don't feel like you need to move on, then no need to move on. If you feel like you do, hey, go ahead and go for it.
Do you feel like you need to be like more of a leader this year? Because obviously, players will look to those guys that have been around this club for a long time.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be situations where leadership is going to come into play. But the thing with leadership is that leadership isn't just by one person. It's a multitude or a combination of different personalities that step up during different times. And obviously, my leadership will probably step up at a different time as opposed to somebody else's. So.
And just away from the court, I know you mentioned it briefly just now, but in terms of Bristol and the city, what have you made of it as a whole, and how have you? Because it really seems like you've settled into life here in the city, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I love Bristol. I do. I love Bristol for what it stands for, and also for the fact that there's so many different things to do outside, well, within Bristol, and also being able to connect with the community through like the Bristol Sport Foundation, or being able to go out into schools and go coach, and you get a chance to connect with them. There's great food here. There's activities to do. There's so much to do here in Bristol, and you can't even miss out on it.
And just finally, I know pre-season isn't until a few more weeks' time, but just how excited are you to get back out there on that court in front of those Flyers fans?
Oh, I'm excited. I am excited to get back and playing in front of them. I'm sure the fans are excited because the fans are definitely going to be behind the Flyers in terms of moving forward and keep on achieving more and keep on growing as the season goes and as the years go. So it's great to know that you're not just playing in front of fans, but you're playing in front of a passionate fan base. And you can't get no better than that.